What's up, good everybody? This is Jacob, TW Step Gaming. We're here with Matthew Nash, winner of yesterday's case tournament. Matt, introduce yourself, tell everybody what you did, what you played, and we'll just walk through the tournament.
Alright, my name is Matthew Nash. Obviously, if you do know me, most of you know me by the name Nash. We went to Taylor, South Carolina, playing the Element Gaming case tournament yesterday, and I won the tournament with, and I played Evil Eye Eldlich. Yeah, I know it's kind of a different take on Eldlich. Not many people play that deck or even know what half the Evil Eye cards even do. But yeah, we'll just get right in the deck profile. Alright, so we played triple Surzeal, Watcher of the Evil Eye. If you don't know what he does, basically what he does, when he's normal summon, you can add one Evil Eye card from deck to your hand except himself. And also, if he's equipped with the Evil Eye of Selene, he becomes a quick effect Trident, where you can pop a special monster opponent controls. And then during the next MI phase, after I use that effect, then he has to mandatorily pop a card, which doesn't really matter. A lot of Eldritch cards kind of are, you kind of want them in the grave anyway, so his maintenance cost isn't really a detriment. Having that strong normal summon with Selene is just very powerful for the deck. I also played the one Basilius. He was a last minute addition. Basically, in theory, what I wanted him to do was just be an extra body for me to go into the Evil Eye Link monster, or have an extra body for me to link him away into something else, not having to use the Surzeal. He has another effect where he can full spiral goods at Evil Eye spell or trap, but I don't know. He kind of underperformed. I'm probably gonna take him out. He's definitely good whenever Red Eyes Dragoon comes out, because you can just, if you normal summon him, you add him, you make Anaconda and go that way. So. But I'll probably take him out for now. And then I played the 2 Golden Lord. It's not Eldritch deck unless you play Golden Lord. You don't need 3, but he's very, very good.
Did you ever want the 3? Did you ever think the third one came in handy?
So it only came up once. I didn't. Even if I had a third one, it wouldn't have really mattered, because the matches I was playing against didn't really play around me having a third one. I guess most people just don't expect you to do that unless you're playing like a pure build. So if I had a third, it'd be nice, but it's not necessary at all. Okay. And then onto the hand traps, played triple Ash Blossom, best hand trap of yesterday. Period. Double Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is great in theory. It didn't do too much for me yesterday. All I really did with Ghost Ogre was normal summon to make a Krishan Help for 5 racks. Other than that, it had like minimal use. It kind of underperformed, but it's very good. Double Veiler. Veiler's just really strong in this format, and also I play the Selene package so I can make access code. And then that's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. We play triple Evil Eye Domain Pareidolia. This is kind of like the Meltdown for the Evil Eye engine, where you activate it, add an Evil Eye monster, and then it has 2 other effects. One of them is kind of irrelevant. Nobody really cares about it. Is the effect like if you attack me while Evil Eye monsters equipped with the equip spell, they'll take the damage as well. Nobody really ever attacked me when that happened. They tried to clear the Surzeal or the Gorgon as fast as possible because it's just a threat. And then it has another effect: if it's destroyed, I can target an Evil Eye Migrate at my hand. Double Selene. This is the heart and soul of the Evil Eye engine. You equip it to an Evil Eye monster, it makes it basically indestructible. It can be targeted by card effects or destroyed by card effects, and it can't die by battle. And also, anytime I activate another Evil Eye spell or the equip monster's effect, I have to lose 500, and then it makes my monster gain 500 attack, and that stacks constantly. So you gotta be very, very careful with this engine though, because if you going into time is sometimes kind of a double-edged sword, because you can lose in time very easily if you don't manage your effects correctly, because you can just kill yourself. But normally you can kind of play around that by mitigating. If you pay your life points correctly, and then you also do efficient damage, or you kind of wall it out, or do more damage than you're spending, then it works out for you. You mainly just have that for the disruption piece, and it's a monster is indestructible. Then the last Evil Eye spell I played was Evil Eye Repose. Nobody knows what this card does, because even pure Evil Eye decks don't even play it sometimes. But basically what it does is when it's activated, I can banish Evil Eye card from my grave to draw a card. So yeah, that effect does conflict with another card in my deck that I'm playing, Extravagance, but that's minimal. The reason I really play this card is because while it's face on the field and the equip monster attacks a monster if it's equipped with the Selene, it makes a Zodiac Whiptail, which is very, very good because cards like Avermax and with an IP and Blackluster Soldier, the Link Monster, Eldlich can't out. So I wanted to have a main deck out that can get rid of those threats, and that was the best. This is the only engine I could think of that had a main deck out to that, which is amazing.
How many people didn't know what any of your cards did today?
Everybody. Not a single person knew what any of the Black cards did. I think that's probably why I went to time 2 of my games, is because they didn't know what the hell my stuff did. But I guess I kind of played to my advantage, because since they don't know what it did, they didn't know how to really effectively stop it. And they would imperm or stop it, use a resource to get rid of it, and when I really didn't, they shouldn't have did that. But so all in all, it worked very well for both those reasons. Caught people off guard, and it's just nobody knows what this stuff does. So that's it for the Evil Eye spells. Then we play the Eldlich stuff. We played Triple Curse Ellen. This card's amazing. Obviously, you have to play it at 3 in any Eldlich build. And then I only played the one White Destiny. I didn't play Black. I originally was playing it. I don't like Black only because it doesn't do anything on your opponent's turn. You'll set it off of a Golden Land Trap or something, and it just is there, you know. I mean, it's good for a name, but you really don't need it, honestly. If they hit Scar Single, you're going to have to play it, but for now, you really don't need it at all. And then for the last spells we played, Triple Extravagance. The Evil Eye package and the Eldlich package don't care about your extra deck, so this is just a pot of greed. And then I played Double Forbidden Droplet. In all honesty, this card underperformed. I think I only used it once. I only used it once against a True Draco player. He tried to use one of the trap cards, and I attributed the monster to dodge it. But that was it. That's literally all I used it for. It really didn't do much. I didn't really see it that much. That's probably another thing, but in theory, it's very good, especially against the Numeron deck. I didn't play any of those, but this is very good against Zexal. And then the last I played was the one copy of Terraforming to search out the field spells. And then onto the traps. Triple Impermanence. Very, 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 very good card. If you're not playing Impermanence, you're doing something wrong. Triple Scarlet Sanguine, best Elixir, period. Triple Conquistador, and Triple Wakero. You shouldn't play any less than these. And I don't play the counter trap. The Eldlich counter trap is it's not good in the resource game. If you don't have a Golden Lord, or if they blow out all your Golden Lords, it's useless. It literally does nothing. And I don't like having bricks in my deck. And then we played the one Evil Eye Retribution. This is the searchable Evil Eye counter trap. It has a certain, it's kind of the same feel as the Golden Land counter trap, where it doesn't do anything unless you have the Evil Eye monster on the field. But the fact that it's a searchable counter trap that is just a flex spot, that I don't have to burn a resource. Like, I don't have to burn a Scarlet to set a counter trap. I can have this and a Conquistador with an Evil Eye Retribution up, which is very good. This negates only spells and traps, which is kind of annoying. You can't negate monsters, but if you have Selene, they can't negate it. So that's a cool little plus. So that's the main deck. It's 42 cards. Like I said, the only thing I would probably change is the Basilius. He underperformed heavily. But other than that, I wouldn't change anything else. You want me to do extra or side next?
Whichever one you want, bud.
Alright, we'll do extra. Alright, so extra deck. We played the one M-Duck, the World Child's Dragon. So I actually never thought about this card at all until I was playtesting with Jacob, and he told me about, he had it in his extra deck, and I was like, why are you playing this? And I read it, and it's the main utility used for this card. You don't give a fuck about any of his effects. You care about the fact that he gets rid of a normal monster. So if you have nothing and you just summon a Conquistador or a Wakero, you can link summon him next turn so you can get into the grave, so you can get to your elixirs faster. You want your Golden Lord access as fast as possible. Sometimes you have those hands you just can't get the Golden Lord. So this is one of those things. I never use it at all. I didn't really need to. I opened up pretty well most of the time, and the only other times I would need it, it got banished off of Extravagance, but it's just there. I played double Gorgon of the Evil Eye. She's amazing. She's the second best Evil Eye monster, hands down, besides Surzeal. What she does is, she has a small attack gain effect where she can gain 200 attack for every Evil Eye card in my grave that's a different name. But her important effect is, she's equipped with Selene, she's a infinite impermanence, which that is very, very good. And then she has another maintenance cost effect where during the standoff phase, if I use that effect, she has to destroy monsters she points to, which actually isn't a bad effect, because if I play her right, I can put her in someone's zone, and then pop the monster she's pointing to. So I get kind of like a negate and a pop every turn, which is really cool. It's kind of like if people don't play around Anima, and you just blow them out for that. Then I played the one Vampire Sucker and the one Vendread Savior. I only played these because they're generic zombie links that get the trap cards into the grave. I never made Savior. He's good though because if you don't have Golden Lord, you can battle and send the Golden Lord to the grave and beat over monsters and have access to the Golden Lord. And then I played her. She was actually MVP for me in one of my games because she has a cool little effect where you can you can target opponent's monster in their grave, special them in defense, and treat as a zombie. And then if any time a zombie monster special from the grave, you draw a card, mandatory. So she's a little cool draw card that you get with utility. So that actually did come up a couple times. The one IP, same reason for them. They're generic. It's just a generic link too that gets rid of the trap cards, so you can get them in the grave. I never made her, never needed to. And then the one Christian Hulk Fibrax because I played the Celine combo. I only did this once all day. I would still keep it in there. It's a very, very, very powerful engine. Then I played the one Celine and then the one access code. That's it for the links. Then we played double plays, best card in my extra deck, hands down. I don't care what anybody say. Best card in my extra deck. This card is so good. If you're playing Eldlich, you need to make room for this card because if you have Wakero, Conquistador, and they don't out them, you have a free bounce it's very good in the mirror match. You disrupt all the traps and you bounce their Golden Lord in their hand. Or you can bounce the trap card that's trying to be a threat. And that's very powerful. Also, you can use it to bounce your own stuff if you really needed to. I never needed to do that, but the option is still there. I did it one time in play testing, but yeah, play these is very, very good. I also played one other rank 5. Played Crimson Knight Vampire Bram. I never made him. I never really needed to make him. My theory behind him was he takes 2 level 5 zombies to make, which is the Eldest Traps. And he has an effect where you detach material, targeting opponent's monster, especially into your field, but you can't attack with anything but that monster. I didn't care about that because I would normally make him main phase 2 or something. And my theory was to take an opponent's Golden Lord and use it for myself, so that way I'm playing as if I don't have a Golden Lord, if I didn't have access to the Golden Lord or something like that, and I would keep it on my field so they can't utilize it. But that never came up. I never used them. So I might take him out, but I don't really know what else to take him out for. I guess maybe a Volcasaurus, maybe a Adrius, I don't know. We'll see, but he's just there. And then I played the Gustav Max and the Juggernaut for the rank 10 training combo. Never made it. Never made either of them all tournament. I banished one of the pieces every time. He always got banished. So, but it was just there to have. And then I played the one Omega, which I never made. I had it there to recycle my Golden Lords that got banished, and also for Maximus if they sent it. Use Maximus to send it off the grave and put something back. So, alright, that was the extra deck. And then side deck, I played double Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis. So everybody was making fun of me for this on my team. I only played it because with the one Pankratops at 1, and I don't like the Numemon combo, so I was like, you know what, Fleur-de-Lis is kind of like a Pankratops, because if they make the Zexal, you can special summon her on their opponent's turn and give a body on board to kill the Zexal without burning like a resource. Or say I didn't have a normal summon, I can't beat over it, because Herschel's too weak to beat over the Zexal. So she's a 2500 body that will boost up by 500 every time she attacks. She's not as good as Pankratops, obviously, but it was just another card to have, and I never came up, obviously. I never drew it. I never played against a Zexal deck, so it didn't do anything. Pankratops is Pankratops. Then I played Triple Lightning Storm. Never sided this card at all. There's no reason for me to side it. The card is not bad at all. I just didn't have a matchup where it was relevant, and yeah, I don't know. I might actually cut this card out of my side deck. It just depends, because I play Triple Lightning Storm and Triple Evenly, and Evenly just came up more. Because in Eldlich, you don't want to Lightning Storm them. It doesn't do anything. You're just giving them resources. Evenly is infinitely better. So I might take the Lightning Storms out, but we'll see how the meta shapes. And then I played the one Mind Control. This worked once when I bait out a Macabre, and they played Book of the Law. I don't know who plays that card, but he played Book of the Law. But that was the only time I used Mind Control. Then we played the Traps. Triple Evenly. I sided this a couple times. It did help me out when it won me a game once, but Yeah. The only other time I actually won my top 4 match because I set it and brought the Golden Lord back, but I didn't win because it was evenly matched. I just won because it was a settable card. Then I played Triple Judgment. I actually never drew this card at all. I sided in maybe once or twice, but I never drew it. Having the extra counter trap to stop your opponent's spells or traps like Evenlies or Lightning Storms if they choose to side them in is very crucial. You don't want to get blown out in this deck. It sucks. But yeah, that was Judgment. And the last 2 traps I played is the new trap, Ice Dragon's Prison. So I did side this card in a couple times. I drew it once, but it was irrelevant. It didn't do anything. You really only side this card against the mirror match, or if you play against a heavily graveyard deck. What it does is you target an opponent's monster in their graveyard, special to your field, and then you can banish a monster on each field with the same type. And you do that normally in the mirror match. You take the Golden Lord, banish their Golden Lord you just took, and their Golden Lord on board. So you get rid of both Golden Lords in one fell swoop, which is insane. Or you use it against like a archetype specific deck, use a graveyard like Orcus or something crazy like that. But I never drew it except once. It got popped by the True Draco trap, which he was playing True Draco Eldlich, so bad deck. But you know, I had to side in for the Eldlich matchup. But yeah, I never drew. It never came up at all. I would definitely consider siding this card anyway. It's a very, very powerful card. Blows out mirror match, 100%. Alright, but that's it for the deck.